Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, on to the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail! The Scottish Premiership has just been turned on its head. And no, it's not because of a last-minute winner or a Derby Day upset. It's all down to a bombshell decision handed down by the SPFL. Celtic have been docked 6 points due to Days and Mida's ineligible appearances. A technicality, perhaps, but one with enormous consequences. For weeks, the Parkhead faithful have been singing the praises of Maida's relentless work rate and off-the-ball movement, but little did they know those very performances would cost their club dearly. Celtic now find themselves in an unexpected chase, with their title hopes taking a serious dent. Rival fans are rejoicing, pundits are scrambling to reassess their predictions, and the green and white side of Glasgow is fuming with confusion and disbelief. How could a player like Maida, a staple in the first team, have been fielded improperly? From what we've gathered, the issue isn't one of registration in the conventional sense. Maeda was on Celtic's books and had been since his move from Yokohama F. Marinos. The complication stems from an administrative oversight related to international clearance, possibly linked to a delay in renewal of his work permit or a misstep in updating his eligibility following a minor contract amendment. It's the kind of bureaucratic blunder that rarely sees the light of day, until it does. According to the SPFL's official statement, Maida featured in 3 matches during a period when his eligibility was technically lapsed. 2 of those games were victories, 1 a draw. And just like that, 6 points are gone, stripped, not by defeat on the pitch, but by a decision in the boardroom. The Celtic board, unsurprisingly, is outraged. They've launched an immediate appeal, and their legal team is already poring over every inch of SPFL protocol, looking for a way to overturn or at least mitigate the decision. Publicly, they're projecting calm confidence, but behind closed doors, it's a different story. Ange Postecoglou's successor, already facing pressure to deliver in a title race that's tighter than ever, now has to deal with the psychological blow this news brings. Players are shaken, not because they lost games, but because they're being told their hard-fought results no longer count. It's a gut punch, especially when the squad has battled through injuries, fixture congestion, and the mental toll of European travel. What stings most for the Celtic fans is that the club wasn't beaten on the pitch. They were penalized by paperwork. It's the kind of thing supporters feel helpless about. You can scream from the stands, wave your scarves, and back your team through thick and thin, but you can't influence what happens in the offices at Hampden Park. Supporters groups have already begun mobilizing online campaigns demanding transparency from the SPFL and accountability from Celtic's backroom staff. They're calling it a scandal. Some are even suggesting that rival clubs had a hand in bringing the issue to light, although there's no proof of that. Still, in Scottish football, conspiracy and controversy go hand in hand. It's what makes the game here so fiercely followed and so emotionally charged. The knock-on effects of this deduction are massive. Rangers, now back level or potentially ahead depending on fixtures, smell blood. Aberdeen and Hearts might see a glimmer of hope in the race for second. The momentum has shifted dramatically, and not because of form, but because of fine print. And that's what's so frustrating. Celtic were starting to hit their stride, with Kyogo finding his shooting boots again and McGregor dictating play like the maestro he is. Now, with 6 points shaved off their total, the pressure to perform has doubled. Every mistake will be magnified, every drop point dissected, the margin for error virtually gone. The boys will need to be perfect from here on out if they want to reclaim control. And what about Dyson Maida himself? He's a model professional, a player who gives everything for the badge. And now, through no fault of his own, he's at the center of this mess. Reports say he was devastated when the decision came through. This wasn't a deliberate act of deception or dishonesty. It was a procedural hiccup that spiraled out of control. Yet, inevitably, some critics are using this to question his place in the squad, which is grossly unfair. Anyone who's watched him knows his value goes far beyond stats. He presses like a demon, creates chaos in opposition lines, and sets the tone with his energy. If anything, the team will rally around him. They have to. They need unity now more than ever. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. In the grand scheme of things, this episode raises serious questions about the SPFL systems and Celtic's internal processes. How does a club of this stature, with resources, legal teams, and operation staff, let something like this happen? Was it negligence, miscommunication, or a procedural gray area that no one had considered? The answers aren't clear, and they might not be for a while. But what is clear is that this kind of incident can't be allowed to repeat itself. Fans invest too much, financially, emotionally, spiritually, to have their season sideswiped by a paperwork blunder. Reforms will likely be demanded not just from Parkhead, but across the league. Everyone will now be checking their own house to make sure they're not next. Meanwhile, the media frenzy has been relentless. Talk shows are eating this up, pundits are split, and headlines are brutal. 6-point slip-up, read one back page. Title race rewritten by red tape, screamed another. The story has legs, not just because of what happened, but because of who it happened to. Celtic aren't just any club. They're the dominant force in recent Scottish football, the flag bearers in Europe, and a symbol of pride for millions. When something rocks them, it ripples across the entire landscape of the sport here. This isn't a mid-table mishap. It's a title-altering event, and the timing, just as the season's entering its decisive phase, couldn't be worse. In training, you can feel the tension. The tempo's higher, the challenge is sharper. There's a collective sense that every session now matters that little bit more. It's no longer about playing pretty football. It's about survival, resilience, and pride. Celtic must turn adversity into fuel the way champions do. Because this isn't just a test of talent. It's a test of character. And we'll soon find out if this group, led by experienced heads like Hart, Taylor, and McGregor, has the bottle to overcome it. There's no more room for complacency. The season stakes have never been higher, and the path to glory just got a lot steeper. But if there's one club that knows how to fight back from the edge, it's Celtic. So what happens next? The appeal will be watched closely, but the fixtures won't wait. The boys need wins, and they need them now. The fans, frustrated as they are, will back them to the hilt. And you can bet Celtic Park will be roaring louder than ever when the team next walks out. Because in moments like these, unity is everything. The green and white army may have been dealt a blow by forces off the pitch, but their response will be forged in the stands, in the songs, and in the spirit that's defined this club for over a century. It's time to dig in, stand tall, and show the rest of the league that one decision won't define their season, not if they got anything to say about it. Hello fan, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.